AD, I can't believe you're here. I watch these videos all the time, and now I'm in one. Crazy. Come on into my beach house. Let's start here. This is kind of my everything room. It's living, dining, hangout, stories before bed. It's the whole schlabeel. This is Lucy's piano, gift from Ellen Barkin for Hanukkah last year. She actually uses it. Not well, but you know, she's 3. This is the kitchen where I burn my son's bacon. He calls me the burn monster, in fact. I take it as a term of endearment. I am not a great cook. I'm gonna be real with you. However, one thing I do know how to do is barbecue. And I have a beautiful barbecue right out there. I throw 4 or 5 dinner parties a summer. The vibe is super informal. We set up a buffet right here. We have seating for 14 at this table and seating for another 8 outside. I love these doors. I love the vibe. It's the first thing I do in the morning is come downstairs and open the doors and let the day begin. I just think it's spectacular. The sound of the ocean for me is so therapeutic. You know, the sound of my children screaming usually is ringing through the house, but also the background is the ocean and the Grateful Dead. My apologies, or you're welcome, depending on your point of view there. I've been coming out to the Hamptons for over 30 years. I have a lot of really close old friends who are out here. And the vibe of this house, it is a green light for all of my friends to have beach access and just a place for all of us to hang out. I love walking down to my beach, right down there, and seeing it full of my friends, which is also part of the reason why my refrigerator is always full of bottles of rosé. I love this living area. It's super informal. It is super cozy. These chairs are Brazilian, as is this couch. I have to say, you will find at the end of the night, me in this chair and one kid here and one kid here. This is our story place, and it just works perfectly. We can all just kind of fall apart in these chairs together at the end of the day, and it's just magic. It's a great vibe. You know, I've always been attracted to bold colors, and in all of my homes, that's what you're gonna find. We found this little old table, got it for next to nothing at Beal and Bell in Greenport. This coffee table, I think, is really cool. The kids use it as a place to color. So this is a piece of art by Peter Dayton, and he's a surfer himself. And it basically reads like a flattened out Hobie surfboard, and I love it. I love yellow. The ocean is super important to me. I like to start the day by jumping in the ocean. I like to end the day by jumping in the ocean. The ocean is my absolute therapy. When I'm not in the ocean, I am in my jacuzzi. Kajuzzi, as my son Ben calls it. So this is the Kajuzzi deck. This is where we start our days usually. You know what? I got no problem giving the kids breakfast right out here. Throw the TV on, listen to music. One of my favorite things in the entire house is this MaxLam table. I think it's so cool. That jacuzzi gets so much use. And one of the great things about the design of this house is that it really is built as a beach house. And 2 things I want to point out. The floor of the deck, there are spaces in between, so we never have to sweep the sand from the deck. The sand just goes through. Also, I can come straight from the beach and go up that spiral staircase to my outdoor shower, which is a total joy. And because I plan to have this house for the rest of my life, when I am no longer able to walk up the stairs, I plan to turn that spiral staircase into a tubular shaped elevator. And that's how old man me is gonna get up and down these stairs. I've thought about it. Don't you love this art? This is by Bernard Fries. I had it in the city for years. And when we built this house, it just seemed absolutely perfect here. It's just bold and beautiful, which is what I like. So I gotta show you this unbelievable wallpaper that's more like a mural. It's flavor paper. And I love the colors. They're so vibrant and trippy. And it really connects the whole house together. This is where the kids' rooms are. I'm gonna leave them be. Let's go upstairs. Hey, Dee, what are you doing in my bedroom? Oh yeah, I invited you here. I love this bedroom. It is no secret why. I mean, this is my happy place. You know what? You cannot beat this view. It doesn't matter what the weather is. It does not matter the time of day. As the summer goes on and starts to get cooler, I start to sleep up here with the doors all the way open, and it's like sleeping under the stars with the sound of the waves. I bought the land that we're on in 2019, and we were in the house, I think 3.5 years later. My big specification to my great architect, Gordon Kahn, was that I wanted the house to be fully indoor-outdoor, and I wanted to be able to see the ocean from as many vantage points as possible, and I also wanted to hear it. I then enlisted my very old friend, Jackie Greenberg, to help create the vibe of the interior so that it was colorful and open and fun and accessible and surprising, and she nailed it. I love my room. I love blue, as you can see, but the blue obviously mirrors the ocean perfectly. We got this wallpaper last year. I think it is wild and crazy, and it's kind of reflective, and you can see it reflecting as you come up from the beach. It's just super cool. Next to my bed is where I keep all my love notes from Ben, and he writes so many. I love you so much. I'm especially proud of this one for being the best daddy ever. Love you so much. This is where the staircase ends, and that's my outdoor shower. I never actually shower inside during the summer. It's always an outdoor shower for me, and I get the sunset over there. It's the perfect spot. And so I love my little primary suite here. I've got my bedroom, and then my bathroom is just behind it, and then the outdoor shower. You have to check out this upper deck. It is the piece de resistance. So this is the roof, and it is just the spot. What can I say? When I have dinner parties, we start with cocktails up here because the sunsets are absolutely magical. I like to do a really long cocktail hour when I have dinner parties, like a couple hours, make people super hungry, loosen them up before we sit down for dinner. I have a lot of meditative nights up here under the stars, blasting music. You know, I grew up in the Midwest. I always aspired to go to the beach. We went to Florida for vacations. So the fact that my kids get to grow up with access to the ocean is just, for me, a fantasy, and I hope it is for them too. Let's talk about the kids' bedrooms. I just absolutely adore them. They're so colorful. They're so playful. Lucy's favorite color is pink. Her bed frame is SJP fabric, and the bedspread is SJP fabric featuring rickrack, and it is the perfect spot for Lucy. She loves that big bed, and it's so sweet, and she's gonna grow up in that room, and I just absolutely love it. Ben's bunk bed is incredible. It is covered in cork, and the wallpaper is Warhol wallpaper. It's very kid-friendly and very cute. and he plays in there, and he loves sleeping on the top bunk, and there's a shelf up there where he keeps all of his special stuff. Their bathroom is just so cool. Jackie designed the tile work in all of the bathrooms, and it's evocative of this Paul Smith swirl fabric that is really emblematic to the Paul Smith brand and that I've always loved. And so reimagined that using spectacular colors that were handpicked by us. And I just think they're fun and beachy and really vibey. All right, AD, guess what? It's kajoozy time for Daddy and time for you to go. It's been real. Come back anytime.